Hey everybody, this is Jeremy from Freedom Family Studios. I'm here with a new series on YouTube. Haven't done one of these in a while. Haven't done any YouTube in a while. I'm here at the new studio, just kind of getting things mapped out. But this series I'm making for my friends in the band Tricord. Hello Jermaine, hello Charles. I've signed on as their producer. I'm wanting them to learn how to use Reaper to make my life easier. Plain and simple, selfish reasons. But even though this is made for them, if you follow along, you can learn how to use Reaper and record your projects and get them ready to send off to someone else to mix and master. That's the point of these videos, to teach them. But if you want to follow along, you can learn something while you're here. Make sure you subscribe and do all that fun stuff that all the YouTubers beg for. We kind of need that. So if you could like and subscribe, that'd be cool. If not, you're just here to learn something for free. That's great too. I'm gonna dive in. This is episode 1. I have a whole list of stuff to get to. I'm gonna try to make it as easy as possible with video showing you how to get started. And if there's any questions, just leave a comment and I'll get back with you. So first off is your interface. This is something I can't really help you with. I mean, you're probably all using different interfaces. And if you're even watching this video at all, I would hope that you have playback. So, that being said, install your interface. The one I have on my little laptop here is just a Focusrite 2-in. It's what most people use, is just a little interface. So, you just install the drivers and everything like it says in the instructions for your interface, and then get that all installed. And if you can hear me speaking right now, then you're already there. Mission accomplished. Yay! All right, so you've got playback. You can hear YouTube videos. You can learn. So that being said, we're gonna dive in here, and I'm gonna show you a couple of things that you might want to tweak before you even download Reaper. So, this is stuff on your computer. Let's just dive in. Hey, there it is. Hi, Reaper. We will come back to you in a minute. First, this is my desktop. Don't judge me. We all have messed up desktops. You see this little speaker icon? Oh, well, here, let me turn off this camera, because you probably can't see it. Aha, there we go. All right, down here in the right-hand corner, you're just going to see this little speaker. I want you to right-click on that and go to where it says Sounds. Easy enough, right? Following along? So, up here at the top are 4 tabs. Very important stuff right here. This will get you set up. So go to playback. You'll see a bunch of options from other stuff you've plugged in, maybe a TV, like I have an external TV over here, and earlier it was trying to use that for playback, which is goofy. So, as you can see, it says Focusrite USB audio. Whenever you see that, you want to click it and make that your preferred device. As you can see, it's right there. Go to Properties, go to Advanced, and set it at 24-bit, 44.1 studio quality. Yes, you can do 48, and you can do all that crazy stuff, but for tracking and for just starting out and on a laptop, you want the easiest setup possible. This is the easiest setup. It's still what I use today. I don't even mess with that kind of stuff. So, 24-bit, 44.1. This is very important. Make sure these boxes right here are unchecked, and then push Apply and close. Then go to Recording and do the same. You'll see a bunch of microphones here, but you don't want any of them except for, the Reaper microphone. See right here where it says Default Device, Microphone Array? That's not what I want. I am going to set this as default, which is now my Focusrite. And let's see what this does. Hello. Yeah, see that microphone array is gone. Now we're back on. All this stuff is disabled. Now we go back to it, go to Properties, advanced, 24-bit, make sure these match. And make sure these boxes right here are unchecked. Then push apply and OK. Now go to sounds, and whatever this is set on where it says schemes, you want to set it to no sounds. And then go to communication and mute all other sounds. This is important because this will make it to where you can use YouTube and Reaper and everything, and nothing will take like exclusive control of your audio. Very important setup. All right, that's step one. You can hear playback. You can see that your interface shows up down here on the little speaker icon, on the mic icon. You have it set for 24-bit CD quality, which is universal. You're set up, you got a nice machine going. So this is good for playback, jamming out songs, watching my YouTube channel, subscribing, all that good stuff. So let me go back over here and turn my camera back on so you can see me down here in the corner. I'm back. Dun, dun, dun. And I still have my clipboard. So that's step one. Step one's pretty awesome. Next, you're gonna want to go to REAPER.fm, and you'll see it on there. And this is the point where I give you a speech about not being a cheap ass. So you go to download Reaper, go to the 64-bit. If you're using 32-bit, you're probably not going to be able to record anyway. You can go ahead and download it, but you're trying to record music on a toaster. Anyway, so you download the newest version. It installs almost instantly. Don't have to do anything. It is the fastest, most CPU-friendly DAW on the market. Now, when you open it, it's going to have a little evaluating thing. It'll count down from like 1 to 10, and then the program will open in a fully functional, fully operational version of Reaper. It will do this nag screen every time you open it until you pay, which is like $60. So I advise all of my clients and everyone I know, I'm even going to get a Reaper tattoo. So pay the $60, dude. Don't be a cheap ass. I mean, if you bought Cubase and Pro Tools like I did, and all that other bullshit, I think I have like 6 DAWs that I paid well over $1,000 for, all of them together probably. Man, I could use that money right now. Learn from my mistakes, get Reaper, pay $60, you're good for life. Free updates for life. It's the people that are Reaper haters are just pretty much haven't tried it, and they probably have a lot of money to just throw down the toilet. I don't. I like Reaper. So, you've installed Reaper, you've got it all, it did what it said it's gonna do. So you just double click the icon and it'll all pop up and do its thing. You'll probably pop up and it won't look anything like this. You're gonna be like, Jeremy, what? Your Reaper is gonna be in default. So I'm gonna attach a folder to these videos that has a Google Drive link. There'll be a folder in there called the Vault. Download that folder. You're going to need it throughout our time together. You're going to want to keep that link because this folder on my Google Drive is going to evolve as this series goes along. So it's a very important link. It'll be in the description below. So that being said, let's go to what I referred to. It's called the Vault, the Freedom Vault. When you download that file, it'll look like this. You see this little t-shirt? Drag and drop that t-shirt down here into Reaper, and now your Reaper will look like mine. It might not have this little thing at the top, but all this is if you go to View, see where it says Master Track, click it. I like to see my master on both views. We'll get into that in a minute. This is just my voiceover, but now you see Reaper the way I do. It's my favorite default. If you don't like this setting, that's fine. But I want Charles and Jermaine, I want their Reaper to look like my Reaper. That way, when we're talking about it and we're passing these projects back and forth, I can reference it. These themes, they all look a little bit different. the inputs and the outputs and stuff like that is what I want to be the same on both ends. So please, like I said, drag and drop the little t-shirt in there, and boom, you just customized Reaper into the Freedom Family Studios look. It's also called the Kamala. It's free. There's 1,000 Reaper themes. This is the one I use. I think I have over 100, but this one's really cool and easy on the eyes, and now you have it. So there you go. That's the beginning of step 2. We are kicking butt. You're looking at Reaper. You hear playback. If you don't hear playback, message me in the comments below, and we'll figure it out for you. All right, so you dragged in the shirt. Your Reaper is looking cool, nice and dark. Go up here to the top where it says, you can see this in parentheses, it says 44.1 24-bit wave, which is what we set it to. As you see there, my mic dies when we do this. So I'm going to click on this, and you're just going to have to follow along. It's pretty easy. First thing you're going to want to do is set your inputs. I'll do that, and we'll click back out and talk about it. So you click on it. Hello. Did you see that? You basically go in there and you put it on the ASIO driver, and you go to the next window that drops down, and you find your interface. Mine was the Focusrite. I have a few interfaces, so there was a lot of choices. Then you go to the inputs and make sure you click the input and see however many inputs your interface has. This one's 2. It also has 2 outputs. I'm going to do that again and watch. It's going to cut my mic, so make sure you're watching close. Pause it if you have to. All right, that's the first part of that. So, to be able to track without a bunch of latency, this is where things get a little trickier. And to be able to play back projects to where it's not all crackly and just a problem, you're going to want to open it up and set the sample rate, which I'm going to do it and talk about it afterwards. So make sure you follow this and listen, because my mic is, I'm not listen, watch. Because my mic is going to die. You're going to have to use your eyeballs. So here we go. That's not it. Sorry, that's the monitor section. Sorry, top right, 44.1, 24-bit, click on it. So what I did there is I went to the buffer that says ASIO configuration. There's a little button there. You can hear my microphone sounds a tiny bit different because it was set on the lowest, which a lot of computers won't do. So you click on that ASIO configuration and you change your sample rate to 256. That should be roughly 10 milliseconds of latency. And now your computer should work. I mean, most computers will run on 256. If not, then we're probably going to have issues down the road and we're going to have to talk. You'll have to message me below and we'll talk. So now you have your sample rate set. You have your interface set up pretty well. You're moving right along. We're going to do another thing here that comes from the vault. So you're going to go back to the folder that you downloaded from the link that's in the description, and this folder looks like this. What you're going to want to do is double click on that and see how it says tester project, digital gravestones. It's a song, just a song idea I'm working on. And Jermaine and Charles, if you guys like this and you want to write to it, it's open game right now. So if you guys put down dibs, let's write it together. Anyway, so you can see this right now. What you're going to want to do is just double click on that little icon. I'm going to copy over my voiceover into that. This is another cool thing about Reaper. You just click on the track you want and push copy, then go to the next project tab. And you hit Shift and V, and it'll, whatever you just copied, it'll post into this project. You're rolling. So if everything is going to jive with your computer and everything's cool, after you double click that and it opens up this tester project, Digital Gravestones, you should be able to push the space bar and it should play it just fine. Let's find out. All right, so if your computer is a toaster, it probably didn't sound good. Sounded all clicky and poppy and all that, and just did not sound good. If it did play, we are in good shape. But if it didn't, you're going to want to back off your buffer size. So go back up to the interface section, go to the ASIO configuration, and go down one more. It'll add more latency, but you'll be able to somewhat work. So let's try that and see what it sounds like. Check. See how there's a little bit of latency coming? I can feel it when I talk. This would be bad for tracking guitar. You're just not going to be able to. So basically, if your computer only works on this sample rate, you're not going to be able to track. Sorry to say, you own a toaster, not a computer. Let's set it back to 256. Oops. .256 is just enough to where you'll be able to play guitar and not notice the latency. And it won't come through in the recording, even if you do notice, which most of the humans I know don't even know what 10 milliseconds is. So, as you can see, my mic's back, everything's good. Now, if your computer's really good, you can set your latency as low as you want to. You can have that thing just chirping, which I do suggest, but you have to have a decent computer with at least, I don't know, 4 cores, anything over i7, Ryzen's good, anything with 16 gigabytes of RAM. You absolutely need 16 gigabytes of RAM. If not, you might be able to just track guitar and send it to me, and that is really all we're after right now. So anyway, let's push spacebar again and see what we got. Woo! All right, Jermaine, this is where you start rapping. I can almost hear it. And Charles, if you wanted to put some squeals on that, what? What? Anyway. For now, just push play and enjoy. Follow my YouTube. Subscribe and stuff below. Join me for the next episode if you want to learn more. We're going to plug in some guitar on the next episode.